Hello, my name is Abhishek Kale and today's date is 23 July 2021 and today's video topic name is methods of multi-threading. I will explain methods of multi-threading, but before that I will explain what is multi-threading. Multi-threading, it is a process of executing multiple threads simultaneously, and by using multi-threading we can do multiple works simultaneously. In this way we can save our time. uh, so the uh, so the next point is what is thread. Thread is a lightweight sub process. Thread is also called as the smallest part of the processing, and there are lots of advantages of threads. Okay, and threads are independent, so that they are used multiple time at simultaneously, and do the multiple work simultaneously. So the next point is, in Java we can create threads by using by two ways. The first one is the by extending the thread class, and the next one is the by next one is the implementing the runnable interface. In this way we can create threads in Java. uh, there are some advantages of multi-threading, such as threads are independent, so that by using threads we can do the multiple work at simultaneously and save over time. And multi-threading doesn't block the user. And in multi-threading, threads are independent, so that they doesn't affect other threads to execute. And threads are threads uses the shared memory area, and they doesn't allocate any extra space in the memory, so that the memory utilization will become easy, or we can say memory utilization will be improved. These are some advantages of multi-threading. And So let's go to the our video topic, is methods of multi-threading. So the first the in Java, Java provides a thread class for create and perform operations on the thread. These thread class provides some methods to perform the operations on the thread. And these methods are as follows. The first one method is start method. Start method is used to start the execution of this thread. And So the next one is the run method. Run method is used to run the thread, or used to do an action for the thread. And next method is join method. Join method waits until the thread kills. And stop method used to stop the execution of the thread. And Next one method is yield method. Yield method causes the causes or pause the current thread from executions, and allow another thread to execute temporarily. I- uh, the use of yield yield method is when we if you want to execute one thread before the another thread. So that if we apply yield method, then we will execute if you want to execute that thread. In this way we can use that yield method. So the next method is get priority. By get priority method returns the priority of thread. And set priority, by using set priority we can change the priority of the thread. So the next method is the get name method. By get name method returns the name of the thread. And set name method, by using set name method we can change the value of we can change the name of the thread. These are some get and set name are used change or get the methods of multi-threading. And the next point is notify method is used to give the notification for the single thread which is waiting, and notify all method is used to give notification to all the threads which are waiting. So the next method is uh, default default exception handler. uh, get default exception handler method get the exception handler, and set default exception handler in which we can change or the set the values of the exception handler. uh, the and another method is suspend method. By using suspend method we can suspend the thread from execution. And another method is resume method. Resume method is used to resume the suspended thread. And the next one method is stop method. By using stop method we can stop the thread by for from executing. Delete method, we can delete the threads or a group of thread by using the delete method. uh, and and another method is toString method. By using toString method returns a string representation of that thread. If you want the string representation of particular thread, then we should use, or we call the toString method. So the next method is check state method. By using get state method, we can get the state of the thread. And another method is get thread group. By using get thread group, we can get the state get the thread in which we thread group by in which we the thread is our currently used thread is belong in the and another method is get id. Get id method returns the ids of the thread. Check And the next one method is check access method. Check access method determines the current thread has a permission to change the thread. And so the next one method is uh, uh, so the next one method is alive method. Is alive method is used to test the if the thread is alive or dead or killed. These are some methods which are provided by the thread class to perform or to create or perform the thread. And thread multi-threading is mostly used in gaming and animation creation. And there is a method which is name is interrupt method. Interrupt method is yeah, check the thread is interrupted. And is interrupted method, by using is interrupted method, we it checks the thread has been interrupted. And interrupted method check the thread is interrupted, thread has been interrupted or not. And these are the some methods which are provided by thread class. And and multi-threading is also called as a thread based processing. We use multi-threading instead of multi-processing, because threads are independent, and they don't allocate a separate space in the memory. So that we use multi-threading instead of the multi-processing. Multi-processing in which we do the multiple tasks at a simultaneously. And this is all about the multi-threading and the methods of multi-threading. Thank you.